All right, folks, so we're going to continue integrating artwork for the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration supplement that we'll be publishing. We're about 60 illustrations away from getting this published. I'll walk through the details here in a minute, but first I want to check my signal and then boost and do an intro, and then we'll get to work for a couple hours. So let's see. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. We coming through okay? See, mic check. Yeah, it sounds loud and clear. Awesome. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna boost signal across the internets real quick, just to do a shout out promo across a couple channels here, and then we'll look at the state of the documents, and then we will continue moving forward. So here's my intro. Hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. And I have been focusing my attention here since August 2022 on Spelljammer Combat, the Spelljammer setting in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, published by Wizards of the Coast, August 2022. This document that we are creating, Spelljammer Combat and Exploration. You can see the book cover here on screen with me right now. It is a deep dive into 5e mechanics for combat, exploration, and spellcasting in the spelljamming setting. Spelljammer, for those that don't know, it's pirate ships in space, and there's a lot of physics that go along with that. Folks were kind of expecting to have a vehicles update for combat. That we had boats, like waterborne vessels in Ghost of Saltmarsh. We had trucks in Descent into Avernus. Folks were kind of figuring there'd be rules about airships in Spelljammer, but there weren't. So that gives us an awesome opportunity to open up ideas about additional mechanics involving Spelljammer that we could update from 2nd edition back like in 1989, and bring it forward to 5th edition. And so we started this project. You can check the playlist here. We started, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when we're live in the future. But the 341 episodes here starts here with us looking at the new rules in August 2022, and snakes through 300 some odd episodes of us building out, illustrating, and now integrating the artwork into the document for us to publish. So far, there's about 120 different art assets inside the book, and so far we've integrated 60 of them. Some of it here on stream, a lot of it off screen, and beyond that, we also have 80 tokens of ships in the book, maps and system maps for both general use as well as from Light of Xaryixs, and about 80 NPC tokens for Light of Xaryixs. All of them in both color and black and white, except the system maps are just, for the most part, black and white on a black lines on a white grid. But all the maps, otherwise, all of the combat and exploration maps, all the creature tokens, and all the ships are both color and black and white, which we'll be separating out into separate folders, along with all the other assets that we seal into a zip file that accompanies the PDF that we're building here for when Light of Xaryixs is published on the DMsGuild. So I keep saying it's super soon, and it really is. It is really very super soon. So over the past, 5 days, we've integrated 60 of the art elements already into the document, and we have 60 to go. We're getting quicker and better at building them, which is good news, but it still takes time. So you can see all the different art pieces we integrated. Now we're going to be playing with the Light of Xaryixs. So we are on Saturday's stream, the last one, episode 340. We updated and integrated all of the assets into part 4 of Light of Xaryixs here. And that was a lot of fun to do. So next we're going to, there's not very many assets for part 3. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assets that need to be integrated for part 3. But then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. There's about 14. Some of these I can do together. Like there's a string of characters that are going to be here. There's a string of ship weapons that are going to be here. Those it's not fair. Those are separate. When I say I have 60 assets to go, if I separate them all out, that's about 50 of them are in Light of Xaryixs in Appendix 2 alone. But I'm going to be able to do strings of them. Like I should be able to do, like, this isn't 4 separate assets. I should be able to build those out as one single asset. So that's where I get the 60 assets left. Anyway, without any further ado, we're going to dive into this, and we're going to work our way through Chaos in Doomspace Part 3 of Light of Xaryixs. And if I can finish up those assets, then I'll be able to push up into Part 2. So let's see, Part 3, Chaos in Doomspace. We got our screen out of the way. Here's the first asset that we need to build. So I'm just going to get after this, and we're going to build in here. So let's see what we can see. Let's get that out of the way. Let's make sure we're... Yeah. Wait, nope, we want that. It's the text that needs to... There we go. Okay, so this should be a single asset that we can integrate. So I'm going to... This is the same process that we went through on Saturday, but that was part 4 with the large-scale battle at the end of the adventure arc. We're going to duplicate this layer. Oh, I guess I'm not. Duplicate the group. Thank you. Into a new document. We're going to merge that down. And then we're going to highlight that. And then image is crop. So we only have the actual image left. And then we're going to... I'm going to drop a background in it real quick just to make sure everything's copacetic here. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. So then let's save this as file. Actually, first thing I want to do is image canvas size. Let's change this to 4.8 by 4.3. Let's do that this way. I'm going to pop open a snipping tool here to grab reference here real quick for this. And I'll set that here. Maybe I can pull it over this way. And this will be okay. That increases the size. And now we're going to save as to the computer. Doomspace. We're going to go to the PNGs. We're on page 99. While that's doing that, we'll hop over here and we'll grab insert, shape, a box like this. And then we'll go to shape format. There we go. Nice. You can't. I think it's off screen, but I have the little sizing tool over here, 4.3 by 4.8, and we'll right-click to remove the outline, and I'm going to shift the document here. So I can see at the bottom down here whether the document is still saving or not. And now that I know it's finished saving, I hit the fill button and go to the picture and go get out of here. But Doodle's getting in the way. file, and then we'll go back to Doomspace, and then there we go. And then boop, there we have it. So let's move it into its proper position by lining up the arrow with the central word here. Very nice. I can afford to push this down a little bit, though. Let's push that down to there. That lets us push this down to here. Get it centered. Just going to eyeball it. It should be fine. Yeah. Better good. And then we'll grab this. We need to push this to the back. Send to the back behind the text. I can grab the text. That feels pretty good. Zoom out just to make sure we're sitting pretty. It feels a little cramped. So let's try scooting this over a touch. And then here. There. And then here, I want to center this up. And if I do this 60 more times, the PDF is done. And then we'll have to separate. So we already have all the tokens done. We just have to separate them into separate JPEG for color and PNGs or bitmap even for the black and white images to make them easy for laser printers. They're just black line art or silhouettes. That makes it easy for folks to laser print for their home table, so they don't have to spend a stupid. I mean, they could spend money on ink if they want to, but I assume they aren't. Let's see. I think that's a touch off. There we go. Good. All right, cool. So there's one. Let's go to the next. I can destroy this file. Don't need it anymore. I can close this one up, lock it in, open this one back up. Okay. So we're going to duplicate that layer into a new. It's okay. There, and then image is going to crop. And then, whoop, it's Warlock Blast 'em off. And he's in Doomspace trying to create a coalition to fight the Elves of Xaryixs because they bad news. And he has failed miserably. That's when you as heroes come in. We'll go 1.5 and 1. Yeah, sure, why not? 1.5 by 1.5. And then we'll file, save this one. PNG. 100 top. And we'll take another art asset. What coalition? We'll go, yeah, 1.5 by 1.5. I can tell it's already finished saving. Outline equals no. Filling equals picture equals from a file equals bam. What coalition? Good. So when you do a conversion guide, when you do a 5e conversion guide on DMsGuild, you can't just publish the entire adventure and add stuff to it. You can only specifically change what you're changing and make reference to the document. That's why it's structured so tritely like this. I'm only pulling out the chapters and the sections within each chapter that that are being altered by the mechanics that we have inside of the book overall. So the first 8, it's 100 without covers, it's 105 pages book. The first 80 pages are mechanics for combat exploration, spell casting, all the physics that you would want to have for wild space and astral sea adventuring. That just makes it work. And I'm gonna put this here. And then to basically showcase how the system can actually be used in the campaign, we take the Light of Xaryixs adventure that's included with Spelljammer's Adventures in Space that Wizards published, and then integrate all the rules that we built here so that you can run Light of Xaryixs using this supplement. And that's at the back 25 pages of the document. So it's 105 pages, 80 pages of mechanics, 25 pages of examples of how to use those mechanics that can help inspire and inform other DMs of how to use these mechanics in their own game if they want to use any pieces of this. So when Wizards of the Coast published the box set, they had the Adventures in Space, the core mechanics. They had the Booze Menagerie, which was a monster manual, and then Light of Xaryixs, which is the showcase adventure of basically the Spelljammer rules, and the Creature Menagerie basically fed information into Light of Xaryixs. But Light of Xaryixs is so far as they've taken that, and well, I'll take that back because they also have Spelljammer Academy, and the Rod of Seven Parts is going to apparently have something involving Spelljammer as well. Which good for them. They're integrating the different settings that they invested time on. I'm gonna hit save here, and we can get rid of him. But if you check out in the description down below, there's a bunch of books that I've previously created, and generally the way that I like to run is that if I'm going to build a tool, I'm going to give you examples of how to use that tool. So I've got almost all the supplements I have in there have examples. Or assets or additional tools that you can use on top of the PDF to make use of the mechanics that we're providing. So we're going to duplicate this layer in a new folder. This is going to be the left side map. So I'm going to merge that group down. I'm going to highlight it and then crop the image, and then check the image size canvas. I'm going to upgrade this to 3.7 by 3.7. Microsoft Word has issues with 2 decimal places and precision placement. If it's only 1 decimal place, you can be very, very precise about where it's positioned. But once you get into the 100th decimal place, then it gets really sloppy, and it can't even do a triple. So 3.7 by 3.7. There we go. And we're going to File, Save As, to the computer. This will be 100 left. And while that's doing that, we're going to build another square. Insert shapes equals. Size 3.7, enter. It's done saving, so right click, outline, no outline, fill with picture, from file, left. I chose to leave Vocath's base as just a black silhouette. I don't know if that's the right decision or not. It's just the decision that I made, and I'm content with it. And Vocath's base doesn't really have much significance in the actual ship combat side of the adventure. I just don't see I just don't see adding in the contours of the arena and the tower here adding much value to the tactical composition here. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip it. Let's go with right side equals duplicate new. Okay. Merge, highlight, crop, canvas size. .7 by 3.7. File size. Let's go with save. File. Save as to my computer. PNG. 100 right. While that's saved, so I can see down here it's saving on the bottom ring, and it just finished. So here, and we can same size. Set that just about like that, and then we're going to fill this with first I fill it with a color, and then I swap. If I fill it with okay, so if I have the same image file on my computer and I want to change it, if I right click into this and then fill and then picture, if I already have the same picture, it's not going to acknowledge that it has the same picture, that I'm updating the file. It still assumes it's the same file and doesn't actually update it. So for me to be able to, like, if I wanted to change this image here with the same image file that I just used, I'd have to swap to this intermediary screening or no filling at all, and then refill it with the image so that Photoshop knows that this is a new file reference to pull. And so it'll actually update the image. So that's a little eccentricity that I've discovered in the past working with Photoshop. That is, honestly, I'm okay with it. It's a decent way for me to check myself, you know, to make sure that I'm getting everything done that's supposed to be done instead of just running on autopilot and just click fill, click fill, click fill. I actually have to think through a little bit. What am I doing here right now? I think ultimately that just helps the product. Like it's just an extra layer of quality assurance to make sure I am integrating the proper document. Let's see. This is when Prince Zelth shows up with his personal entourage of Star Moth ships to basically take his sister back from the characters. Oh, spoiler alert! If they have her, and if they don't, just to threaten you in general. But yeah, this is when you can start building a grudge towards the prince. You can even have him stick around and watch the characters fight if you want. Let's see, is that centered? I think I can drop that a tick. There. And we're getting close to done, so let's get rid of this. I might actually be able to finish Act 2 as well today. That'd be awesome. We'll see if I can. Act 2's got a lot going on, so I assume not. So, so like I was saying, the two things, the three things, is that right? Yeah, the three things. We have to finish all the art assets, integrating them here into Word. And then once they're all integrated here, we're going to take all these individual creature tokens and then separate them into separate JPEG files to be uploaded into like Roll20 or Virtual Tabletop for use. And also all the black and white versions we'll put on. We'll just put on a big sheet that people can print. Buff. For tabletop use, and we have to break up. We do have to break up the map into separate 10 by 10 blocks to make it easy for folks to print stuff. I use I recommend 11 by 17 pages that you can slide through your printer. because 11 inches wide is a 10-inch is a 10-inch space plus half-inch borders. That gives you a 10 by 10 block that allows you to literally integrate 1-inch miniatures or 1-inch tokens onto the maps that we're building by breaking the map up into 10 by 10 blocks, or 10 by up to, I could technically do 10 by 16, but I just like to do 10 by 10 just to keep it square. And you can feed those through, cut them out, and then layer them as 10 by 10 blocks on the tabletop for you to make use of. So easy stuff, like to use it. Super cool. But we need to break up the maps that we've been building to do so. And that'll take a little bit of time as well. So the map assets. So once we get all the artwork integrated into the PDF, then we have to break up the map assets and extract all of the tokens and then drop them into separate files to then drop into a zip that goes with the PDF. And then we have to build a product page for DMsGuild and then publish the thing. So it's very possible it's going to be done this week. I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to be able to get to these assets, especially every time I stop to have a conversation about it. Don't mind me, I'm just pontificating. Have him already taken care of. Let's just do left and right. Is that how that's going to work? Oof, of course. Let's instead let's drop this and the dressing here. Let's just do it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to just kind of freeboot this real quick. We're going to duplicate this layer into new here. And then we're going to image crop. And then image canvas size. Let's just go 2 inches wide and 5.7 tall. 2 by 5.7. Burf. There. This is going to be 101 left. PNG. Let's build a new box. Once this project's done, we are going to be doing Eberron tokens and maps and interior artwork, just like everything that we've done for the past 340 episodes here. We're going to do in the Eberron adventure as well. Build that thing out as much as we can at the same level of quality, hopefully, that we have for this one. That'd be great. That's going to be 5.7 by 2. There. Legit looking forward to making that change. It'd be nice to stir the energy and to have, honestly, just to have this off my plate and out there for people to start using, so I can start saying, it's like, yeah, the answer that you want is on page 72 or whatever. And be able to point people towards this thing for them to make use of it. Very much looking forward to that. Point of pride. Let's grab 101 left. We can remove this. Hey, Hornetico, what's going on, my guy? Long time no see. Let's add. Hold on. First off, let's go over here. Grab this. There, and then we'll duplicate this layer, and then we'll build a new file as a PNG over here. We will crop and look at the layer size of the canvas. So we'll go 1.8 by 5.7. Yeah, fuck it. 2 by 5.7. And we'll save this. This is how I take my assets out of Photoshop and integrate them into the Word document using transparency files, PNG, 101, right. And I believe this is already 2 by 5.7, yes? Yes. So I can just copy, paste. Does that let me paste? Oh, Jesus. I didn't want to do it like that. Not like this. There it is. Thank you. Jebos. Every time the computer doesn't do what I expect it to do, I panic just a little bit more. There. Okay. And so not much. Working on ttrpg stuff and art as always. I started to gather a group of players for an adventure I've wanted to run for. No kidding. Hey, right on, man. Good luck. Happy hunting to you and your crew. Let's add the background and the page back in so we can see where this is supposed to be sitting. I think probably like this. It's about where we're supposed to be. So this is the fleet that the characters build a coalition for to help them attack the elves of Xaryixs. Where's the bottom on there? And then we'll right click, fill, swap, right click, fill, picture from file, right. Do I maybe want to be like that? It makes it easy for me to find a center point. That's for sure. Nah, it feels a little dangly. Let's let's bring that back to here. Cool. And now we'll do the same for this. I had to lean in real close there to make sure my lines were matched up. And we'll drag over to here. And line up. Number 2 is bisected. Number 2 is passed over. Number 2 is bisected. Number 2 is passed over. There. Lined up. Here. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit further. Hey, looking buddy. A little pinched over there. Yeah, I think it's okay. Not bad. No complaint. Here, check this out. Hold my beer. I ran this one on Saturday. It's the full document. All 107 pages of it. And, okay, let's go down to the... Let's go to the... there. The Wild Space System generator. Random System Generator. Here we go. Fucking looks gorgeous. Really turned out nicely. Really, really turned out nicely. And we can click into the combat chapter here. Here's the equipment section. Ships and equipment. Equipment and ships. We've got the this corner art's a pain in the ass to line up with the hyperlinks on the navigation bar at the bottom, but I think it was worth it. Absolutely worth it. So I can kick up here to the table of contents and see we can open up here, and it's got all 90 different subsections for the document properly linked up, even though we don't have the assets in yet. So I can bounce back up here, and like we can go to ship roles. That is askew. Oh, that's right. We fixed that. That's right. This one was broken. That one specifically was messed up. Hold on. Ship roles. See, this one's down off of the margin here compared to the rest of them. So we went back and we fixed that already. But goddamn, this thing's looking really, really good. And then we have all this hyperlinking. I can see, like you can see spell amplifiers here, and every time it makes reference to seeing something else, you can go to spell jamming ships. It'll bounce you around inside the document to take you to different points in the chapter if you want. So high integration, lots of hyperlinking, easy navigation. Art assets are all integrated into it. It's hey man, what a good piece. This is probably my best work. I think structurally it's definitely my best work, and I think as far as like design concepts, it rivals or exceeds the Color Mana system that I built. So I'm pretty fucking happy with it. So that finishes Act 2. That's great news. Now we can move into back into Act 1, or do we want to build Act 1 and work forward? Maybe we'll go with Act 1 and work our way forward. Thank you. Let's see. Moon Dancer and the crew, and then the Moon Dancer itself. I think let's go play in here. We'll lock that back up. Hit save. We'll get this one out of the way. I think we'll open up. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Yeah, we're not gonna get anywhere close to done with Act 2. So I'm going to here in the mornings. We're going to go through Act 1 and Act 2. Those are the two acts of Light of Xaryixs that remains. And I've got about 40 similar assets that I need to do, basically from the spellcasting section down through the creature menagerie. That block that I showed at the beginning of the stream. That's what I'm going to be working on off stream tonight, and whenever I'm working off stream for the rest of the week. I'm going to be working on integrating those 40 some odd assets into the book, just like we're doing now with these. In the mornings, tomorrow morning through Friday, we'll be integrating Act 1 and 2 for Light of Xaryixs. And then the only things I'll have left is building the product page for DMsGuild and extracting all the tokens, all the creature tokens, ship tokens, and maps to drop into the zip file. So. Very, very much so running out of actual tasks to perform to get this thing published. So that is very good news. I'm going to close this, open. Let's take these things. No, that's not right. Let's go to locks. There we go. And we'll drop that into the done folder. Thank you. And then let's open up Seeds of Destruction. Of Destruction! Oh my god. Yeah. So... we have... Let's see. This is going to end up being one asset here. Where the team goes into the asteroid belt to find the derelict... Nautiloid and get ambushed by Neogi. Spoiler alert. Nothing to do here. That's good news. We just skipped this one. So that's going to be 1 and then 2. 3, right. And then 4 is here. 5 and 6. So I only have 6 separate assets I actually need to build for the set here, and we'll start here at the beginning. There is something to be said about whether or not I want to put corner filigree down in here, like I had done with the other page Esper Wisps up further in the documents, and maybe I'll do that. Xaryixs, why am I seeing that? Why am I seeing that? There. That's goofy. Okay, so that's out of the way. Shouldn't need them anyway. So let's go ahead and... Let's see. Yeah, that's right. We don't really need that. Doesn't matter. We'll see. Once the thing is finished, I'll see if I want to embellish the corners or not. It's not a necessity. I was letting it go to help expedite things, but we'll see. We'll see how things flow. Maybe it's worth the time to take the extra day or two to build those things out, just for consistency. There really is no deadline other than the ones I set for myself. Having said that, I desperately want this thing fucking finished. I got a lot of other stuff that I want to do that I shan't be getting to until this is actually finished. So there is that. Let's go with crew, Moondancer and crew. Let's duplicate this layer like everything else that we've been doing. New. Merge. Crop. Why do you have so much margin when I crop you? Let's find out. Something feels catawonkus over here, so let's surgicize this. Like, there shouldn't be this broad of an... Like, what is going on out here that warrants this being so wide? So let's trim that. And then let's try that again. Image, crop. See, there we go. Order. We have achieved order. Canvas size, 3.5, 1.2. Nice. 1.2, 3.5. Give a little notepad off to the side here. What is this? 103? No. We're going earlier in the document. That's right. So this is going to be page 82. 82 left. File. Save as. To the computer. PNG. Why are you saying 81? Nope, 82. That's right. Thank you. 82 left. I can see down here that it's saving and it's done. 1.2, 3.5. Let's go up here to shape format. Size equals height is 3.5, 1.2. All right, and then outline. No outline. Fill, picture, file. Why are we over here in documents all this time? Oh, because I clipped the thing, that's right. 3 locks done. No, locks. Part 1. There we go. Very simple. And then don't need that. Don't need that. So we're going to be integrating all of these things together like this. Barf. Do I have a timer going? Did I turn on my timer? Yeah, it's going. Okay. Face is so itchy. Let's duplicate the crew. I don't think this is nearly as interesting content as actual artwork, you know. But it has to get done, and this is part of the process. So I don't necessarily have to share this process in the future with other products. Maybe I do. I don't know. There's that, and what is our image canvas size? I feel something trying to release in my hip. That's actually really lovely. 3.3. Take a sip of water. Refreshing. Let's save as. The problem that I have when I'm doing this stuff is I can speak to what I'm doing directly, but doing a layout requires a lot more thinking than actual just raw artwork. Like if I'm just making art, I can like ramble and paint at the same time because that's where I've gotten in my skill set with painting. But page layouts is a different type of art that I am not nearly as good at yet. 6.2, 3.3, is that right? Yeah. Outline equals none. And integrate, file from picture on file. 82 right. Bling. There we go. Not bad. There. Oof, that looks pretty. Everyone sits in place. God damn. So totes worth. I feel like these little corner piece down here. Like I could do filigree, like we've done up top. Maybe I'll just steal shit from up top, and drop it in here where it's necessary to help minimize the time needed to do that, but to actively do it. That doesn't sound like a horrible idea. We'll see. We'll see. I think I probably have enough corner assets from above already that I can steal and drop in, so I don't actually have to spend like a lot of time, like just maybe a couple hours doing it. That might be good enough for us to do. So we'll see. 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 So far, so good. So what? Yeah, like we could dump a bunch of stuff down. Like I could technically do like an entire illustration down here. I just don't want to. I've done enough goddamn illustrations. I'm giving you an entire adventure. So at some point I need to draw the line, and nothing is really compelling me to drop artwork down in these corners other than potential filigree. So hey, like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notifications when I'm doing this stuff in the future. I'm here 10 times a week, Monday through Friday in the morning like this. Saturday, I also have a workbench that I work on in the morning. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we do various project developments. Friday, I've been giving an update to the since my new home campaign, the Eberron Spelljammer campaign, has started. I'm now providing dev note updates for that. The first update and like playback was on Friday lunch, and I'm going to do that again this Friday. Our next session is Wednesday. You're going to move to the next cavern and explore and find out what's going on inside that place. And I'll probably just continue providing Friday updates, I think, for the time being until the campaign's clicking along. God, what is it? This is Monday already, so I have a stream on. I have a stream at lunchtime today. I think I'll go back to working on martial powers at lunchtime. I could probably. I mean, it's only an hour, right? So I mean, I could push this project forward, but it's only an hour, only 1 hour. So I may as well just get back to doing my my system development stuff on Fridays. And just keep moving forward. Man, you've got some wonkiness going on with you I need to suss out. But yeah, so I think I'll be back. Yeah, let's do that. When I'm at lunch today, we'll keep working on the martial powers playtest content. Right now, honestly, this actually should be a lot of fun. So actually, this might be a good opportunity for us to finish off the Eldraine set. On my, if you were to venture to my Patreon here, shout out to Lizzie the Dwarf, new Patreon member. But if you jump down here into my Patreon, I have one of the articles that I posted is a Google Doc of the Eldraine monsters from Wilds of Eldraine, the D&D Beyond Monster Manual Compendium 4. Is just Eldraine monsters. Eldraine is from Magic the Gathering. It's one of the more popular Fey-oriented settings for the MTG universe that they created a slew of monsters for. Like there's like I want to say 26 or something like that. And we've been converting that. We've been looking at how they are expressing those Magic the Gathering creatures in 5e language for us to extract philosophy principles from their design team that we can then integrate into the 2024 update of the Color Mana system that we have linked down below. Once the player's handbook comes out in September, that's going to be one of our projects. We'll be switching gears to basically I've gotten a lot better at page layouts, and so I want to update the document and integrate the new language of the character classes into the Color Mana system so that everything remains current. And if you already have it, then you'll automatically get the updated version on DMsGuild. If you bought it before, you automatically get the upgrade. If you just click on update, you'll get a new PDF. So this is going to be 1.7 by 6.8. Click equals very yes. File equals save as. What is this? 89? Is that where we're at? 83. Save as 83. I'm going to go 6.8 by 1.7. And then right click equals outline equals no outline, and fill. I can see down here it's already saved. Pictures, more pictures, 83. So we have the map of the ship, right? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have slashing ram is 1, and then we have ballista is 2, and then we have mangonel is 3. Number 4 is harpoon flingers, and then number 5 is the eldritch cannon. So even though the token here is very small in the document, the numbers are larger than the font we're actually using to be able to make it easy for people to see the different weapon systems and what their statistics are. So sit there. Let's create some space here in the middle. There we go. That looks very pretty. And we can scoot this down a touch. Yeah. So this line is lining up with the top. One, two. Good. All right. I am happy with that. And yeah, there's plenty of open space down here for me to add filigree into. This gap right here is the reason why I wasn't adding any filigree, because it's like if I clean one corner, I'm gonna have to clean the whole apartment, you know. So like that's kind of what I was thinking. But now that I have so many astral wisp filigree corner art already, I could probably just pull some of it and drop it in. I think that's fair. God damn. I put a little Esper Wisp up here. Yeah, I can do that. I've got plenty of examples of that stuff. I can steal it from above. So we'll do that. We can do that. What is this? Page 84 now. Cool. So we can kill this off. No. Conceal that. Open this. 2 pieces. So let's, cool. Let's duplicate and extract. Merge. Highlight. Put the target in the center of the circle and pull the trigger. Put the target in the center of the circle and pull the trigger. Put the target in the center of the circle and pull the trigger. Sinji! Get back to training, son. Father. Sorry, Neon Genesis Evangelion references here. Of the monotony of becoming a mecha pilot, of practicing over and over again, lining up a target inside of your target circle and pulling the trigger as a first-person shooter. Just constantly line it up, fire, line it up, fire, line it up, fire, line it up, fire, over and over and over, like 1,000 times, to the point where they just turning off your brain and not thinking about it becomes better than actually paying attention to the project. That's the secret of muscle memory. Of it's not that you do it so often that you're good at it. It's that you've done it so often that if you do it correctly, you don't have to think about it and you don't have to bore yourself with doing it again. That way you can move on and think about other things. That's the real that's the real effort of of doing this stuff. The training of muscle memory is an effort to avoid boredom. There you go. I said it. You can fight me over it. What the hell size is this? God damn it. You caught me monologuing again and I forgot what size it is. Was it 3? That's 2.6. 2.6 by 2.6. That seems awfully small. Where's my bits? There we are. That does not feel true, like, at all. I didn't pick up the grid. That's what happened. I'm like, why is this so fucking small? It's like, because I didn't grab my map. Equals no. So let's do that. There it is. Yep, I totally forgot about the grid. So let's do that again. Duplicate. You got me monologuing again, you sly dog. Merge the group. Crop. Of course. Let's find out what the glitch is. Stitch has a glitch. What the deuce is that? Some sort of art squib is going on inside of my... Fuck. Well, looks like I've got some dirty to fix here. Luckily, there's only 100 of them. And luckily it's easy to fix just by squibbing. The 1,000 flaws of Phil's work. I don't need perfection, I just need it done. Whoever made this grid needs to get fired. Sometimes there are little marks on the grid, and sometimes they're just my cataracts. I'm not sure which it is. At least the cataract's gonna be burned off. They're not so. They're little floaters right now. They're not so bad that they completely fuck me up. But occasionally, I'll mistake. I'll think there's grit on my screen, and then nope. That's just my eyes breaking down due to age. I'm almost 50. Almost there. Stay on target. Oof, you are off, son. God damn it. I go through all this effort to fix this shit. And I find out the bird is off. Fuck all. This is a disaster. Skywalker, we after. Let's fix my bullshit. Kearney, it helps if you keep your ship inside the squares. Fly within your box. Wow. Wow. Now we get to go through all this shit again. Well, I guess we get to find out if it's the grid or not. That's at least finding good and bad. Like if it's coming off the ships, then I can just nope. Seriously, man, what the fuck? Oh, Pinky. Wow, this is wow. What a tragedy. I pray I didn't use this grid more than once. Unexpected setback. Not sure what we're working on tonight. On Monday, I stream in the morning like this, and then at lunchtime, and then in the evening as well. And I feel like I want to work on Eberron tokens tonight, but I'm not sure if the project is going, if this is going to demand that I spend time on it or not. I won't know until I actually get there. I never really know what I'm going to work on until I start logging in, and it's like, what am I working on? And then wherever I end up going to is what I end up doing. Like, I really try to leave it in the muse's hands as much as she wants. Almost there. Stay on target. I don't think token production is going to be, or token extraction is probably going to be any more interesting. I am going to build single sheets for all the black and white tokens though. So there's at least that. You know, interesting to look at. There we go. There. Fucking all. Alright, everyone's sitting pretty now. That was tragic. Duplicate the layer. New. Okay. Merge group. Now. Crop. We have the same problem. There. And we'll highlight this again. Image. Crop. Good. Good. Get rid of that background. File, canvas size equals, let's call it, let's make it just around 3.4 by 3.4. File, save as, computer, hello computer. This is page 84. This is going to make a lot more sense now. 3.4 by 3.4. Very much more sense now. We're done saving, so I can integrate it now. No outline, right click, file equals picture equals from file equals 84. It's a very simple free-floating battle map. This is when the team first encounters the Xaryxian elves aboard the Moon Dancer, spoiler alert, and first opportunity for them to fight Star Elves in general. But it's just an open space, so there's no point of reference. This is relative. This is combat relative to moving targets only, as opposed to like in the final encounter where you have movement relative to a stationary object. And that seems to sit. Pretty. There. Good. Good, good, good. And I can get rid of 1, get rid of 2, and make you. There. There. So we can then get rid of this. Duplicate this group over into the new side. merge group, select all, image, crop. How are we doing on time? 7:30. Cool. So I have 25 minutes. Minutes. It's a banger. And then we go to image, canvas size, 1.6, 8.2. What is this? 84 right. Is that right? 84 right? Yeah. File. Save as here. PNG. Right. Save. And while that saves, we'll resize. Shape, format, size. Thank you, Timely Timer, for keeping me on time. 8.2 by 1.6. Oof, I'm seeing a margin of victory over here. Then right-hand side, object equals no outline, and fill, that's me, equals picture from file. There we go. So it's pretty, that feels off. Those are off. Fuck all. All right. Let's merge those twice. File, save as, computer, PNG. Replace. And while that's being replaced, we can fill this with a color to clear our palette. That's done. So now we can go back in, fill again with picture from file, 84. There we go. Now we're cooking with butter. Make sure all my shit's lined up proper. That feels pretty good. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. We're looking good so far. So far, so good. So what? Got one more, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that, nope. Part 2 is down there. So we got 1. Oh my God, I only have one more. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. All right, we're going to finish this. Good. Yazers. Save equals no. And here, let's learn from our sideboard. There. Boop, and boop, and save for the fun of it. Save for the lulz. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we can open, nope. Just conceal that there. And all that there. I don't need that smudge in the corner. I really don't. That is not adding value. At all. There. And this one's going to go all the way out to the rim and the bottom, so it's going to be it's going to be corner aligned, but not actually interrupting the corner, like this. No, it's not. It's not going to end up doing that. Damn it. It's okay. Duplicate the layer. New batch. There we go. Merge down. Wrong button. Here. Image. Crop. Not bad. I like how that sits. That's very pretty. Let's look at our image. Canvas size equals 3.9 by 5.9. Okay, and then let's go to 86. Is that where we're at? 86, Truth and Happiness. 86. Left. That's the only one we have. 86. Truth and Happiness. There we go. We get rid of this. And instead we build this. Shape format. Size equals 5.9 by 3.9. Right click, outline, none, filling equals picture from file, 86. Here we go. Barf. Cool. All right, cool. So that's Act 1. Yeah, we do have some open space, don't we? We can fix that. Where do we want to... I know we're going to integrate up over here. So we got 1, 2. It's large enough to worry about. That's a little corner nook. I'm not going to worry about that. 1, 2. Maybe not. Yeah, that's enough to worry about. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4. I only have 4 little corner bits to do. I may as well just do them. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do them. But yeah, this is coming. This is cruising along, guys. Absolutely bruising on this. So, I guess we'll. I guess we'll just keep at it. So let's see. The next is. So yeah, let's stitch up. Well, first off, let's hit the save button so I don't regret my life, and we'll get rid of this because we don't need this raw asset file anymore. Here equals save. Actually, I want to close that up like that. And now we can save again. Cool. And now get rid of that. File, open, locks. Part 2. And it's 740. Yeah, we can still do a couple pieces. We can still get a little bit of mess done. Bye. Oh my god. There's a lot of crap going on inside this one. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll probably build all that into one. 15, 16. 17, 18. Probably build those as 2. Maybe 19. 18, 19. Okay. Jesus. There's 19 assets in this act. This is by far the largest conversion. Because it's got Topolus Tower. It's got the Gargan Hill battle. It's got Topolus Tower battle. It's got the Neogi battle, and it's got the Rieger battle. Jesus, there's 4 battles in part 2. That's a lot. That's more than, well, I mean, other than part 4. Part 2 and part 4 are the most intense. Part 1 and 3, minimal. Part 1 has a fight, and then part 2 is characters mostly not on board their ships, running around in an arena doing, splatter tea. Was it splatter gore? I don't remember the name of the video game. Splatoon. No, that's not it. Anyway. Image. Nice. Image. Canvas size. 5.5. 3.9. File. Image. File. Save as. Where are we at now? 87. Does that jive? Yeah, 87. Oh. Huh. Okay. 87. It was interesting to see that. Going to be outline equals none. Fill picture from file. Locks part 2. 87. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to go with full color in the background on these maps because visibility, it has to be, legibility is more important than aesthetics. There is a version of this map that has full color background, starfield, and stuff like that as well. But for the sake of the actual DM seeing everything that's going on inside of here, this was more important than the aesthetics. So, and this is a lot of fun. So the team starts off at point 1, and they're trying to find their way out of the asteroids field, which we know is at 2 and 3. I should... while I'm here. This is how it should be. So yeah, team starts at 1. They're trying to get to either point 2 or 3 to get out. We have Spiderling Fightercraft at point A, and we have the Night Spider at point B. And the team wants to get out of combat with A and B while getting out, and then they'll be able to turn around, join the patrol squadron, and then go back in and lead against the Neogi. The Neogi have 3 Spiderling Fightercraft, and then the Night Spider itself is a 4x4 craft. So it has a squadron worth 7x7 or a 7-block squadron, a 7-square squadron. Your team only has, to begin with, the Moon Dancer, which is a 3x3 vessel, which is 7 to 3. That's a, even with the character's action economy, it is grossly outmatched. So they could whittle down the Spiderlings potentially, but not by the time the Night Spider catches up. So the team is going to get overwhelmed, which is, by design, is supposed to be a lopsided battle. If the team is successful, fucking congratulations, well earned. But if it is as lopsided as we expect, at different points, the patrol shows up, and then so instead of it being an instance where a higher level NPC comes in at the DM's discretion to rescue the players from getting destroyed, in this case, it's the team gets beat up a little bit as phase 1 of the fight, being outmatched. And then there's the add-on for the rest of the patrol between the 3 galleons. If the team wants to turn around and fight, then they'll have 3 galleons, each 3x3, which is 9. So it'll be a 7 versus 9, assuming that nobody got dropped yet. But the team has every possibility of being able to drop some of the fighter craft. So it could be like 5 or 6 versus 9 in the player's advantage. And using the squadron mechanics, the team can then protect their damaged ship with letting the other 2 galleons tank damage inside of the squadron, while the team is then commanding all 3 of the galleons together, and the guys of the team leading the patrol to where they found the Neogi, since they're the people that know the characters are the ones that are in charge. So they're calling the shots, and then because of player agency, ship-on-ship combat, it doesn't really matter who's in command. It's the players that are calling the shots. They can use their action economy together in the squadron to get the squadrons to reload and fire faster on the Night Spider and its Spiderlings than what the Neogi are going to be able to muster in opposition. So if the team can survive long enough to get to the patrol, their action economy is going to vastly outweigh what the Neogi are going to be able to provide, and they're going to win the fight. It's just how much damage are they going to take in the process, or are the Neogi able to escape and then disappear? If the team can catch the Neogi inside of the asteroid field, they can salvage the craft for like 20,000 gold. Sartell on the Moon Dancer is going to take the lion's share of that, but leave a large purse of money left over for the players to restock and to be able to easily afford Commander Crutch's team and to help pay off Fel Aldra to be a co-pilot, and the team will be sitting pretty moving into act throughout the rest of the act. So it's pretty well designed, and the combat can take about 3 rounds to get from point 1 to point 2 or 3, assuming they don't get waylaid. But if they do get gummed up and locked down by the spiders, then it's basically D3. It has basically a time down of D4, D3, 4, 3, 2, 1 rounds. And so if they get caught out somewhere inside of here, eventually the patrol will find them, join up, and then fight off the Neogi together. So it's pretty well orchestrated and works a-okay. So a-okay number 1. Let's merge this down. Center that up nice and pretty. And this it's 752, so this is going to be the last piece that I build. 5.5 by 3.9, but we'll be back tomorrow morning to continue this. So, and then at lunch we'll probably do some Eldraine, and then for dinner tonight, after dinner snacks, we'll do. I honestly don't know. Maybe more of this. Maybe we'll do tokens. Not sure. Something. We'll do something. Canvas size is 3.9 by 5.5. Perfect. File, save as, document. We are super close to being done with this. Replace, save. Those lines look a little faint. Damn it. Maybe, maybe I want to do that to darken the lines a little bit. Let's check. Yeah, that's a lot darker. The lines here are just too faint. Not useful. I want to darken up those lines. So let's do that one more time. This is my life sometimes. But now we know. For the future, we know that we're going to have to darken those lines up. Back to here. Fill this with color. I can see down here. It's not done saving yet. There it is. Fill picture from file 87. There we go. See, now it's dark enough for us to be able to see the lines easily. That's much, much better. Much better. I am very, very happy with this piece. And for those that aren't already indoctrinated, these numbers that are here, these are like, if this was a dungeon, these are doors, quote unquote. And instead of having to do a strength check to open the door, what you do is a piloting check, because these are areas where asteroids are basically craning into each other and creating scatter fields of debris. So you have to make a pilot check to cross through here, and these are the difficulty checks, the target number, the DC that you need to roll to be able to pass through these different points. And if you fail the check, it gets more and more gritty as you move further and further through the map. So here's the DC that you have to roll, and here's the corresponding damage that you're anticipating taking. And notice that I have these just as even numbers, not as like weird odd numbers, because on a D4 you can't roll 0.5. This is a multiplier. It's not 10d4, it's 1d4 times 10. It's 1d6 times 10. So there are no fractions. But a DM knows that stuff. If they want to add in a fraction, it's up to them. So every time, and if you fail the saving throw, you also have to make a Constitution saving throw as the pilot to prevent the ship from getting scuttled. So you make a pilot check, and if you fail the check, you take damage, and you make a saving throw equal to the same DC. And if you get scuttled, everybody on board takes falling damage unless they use a reaction to brace themselves for impact. So, and if the pilot gets scuttled, they lose power, and the ship has no defenses for that until a co-pilot or somebody takes command and powers up the ship again to then be able to continue moving. So it's an opportunity every time they cross through one of these doors. It's a chance that they could get scuttled and shut down, and then impact and jumped on, and then swarmed by the Neogi. But this is it for the day. So this is where we're at. We're gonna pick this up with the rest of the chapter tomorrow morning. I'm going to be at lunch today. We'll probably look at Eldraine monsters and see how that goes, and see if we can finish up that process, or maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But hey, if this stuff is interesting to you, think it's cool, thanks. I'm here a lot. I stream 10 times during the week, Monday through Friday in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday in the afternoon at lunchtime, and evenings on Mondays and Thursdays. And then Saturday morning, I have a workbench where I'll either do commissions or just whatever project's catching my fancy at the moment. We are super close to being done with this document as a whole. I'm going to save here before I regret my life. So we have about 55 illustrations left like this to integrate in, which I'll be doing off camera in the evenings when I'm not doing it in the morning here as well. We have all the tokens, all these individual creature tokens that we have here. If I can, thank you. Each of these are individual tokens: Sartell, Flapjack, Crew, Travis, his goons, all the different elves. These are all different tokens that we include with the document, as well as all these ship tokens and the generic maps, and all the stuff that we have going on here. These are separate assets that we'll bundle into folders as well, broken down by each chapter or each part of Light of Xaryixs to make it easy for DMs to extract the elements and drop them into their tabletop. But so that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. That's what we're as soon as we can get through all this done, we get to publish, basically. So we're grinding our way down to the end steps. We're running out of stuff to do. We have the ship token. We have these tokens. We have the rest of these assets. And then we also have the ship stat sheets that we're building for all the pre-generated ships that we have throughout here. There's 22 different ships, and we're building stat blocks for each of them. So like we have all the stats, but we're integrating all the stats, the weapons with the ships, so that when you pick out the squid ship, you'll have this map of the squid ship. You'll have all the weapon systems that it uses and the damage that they do, plus the cargo and towing capacity and weight for the ship itself, and then a place for you to list off the inventory that you're keeping in cargo and towing. So all that stuff will be there. Everything that you need to be able to run this game effectively will have introduced here. And God, I'm really looking forward to having this published. But baby steps, one step at a time. So if you think this is cool and you want to take those steps with me, I'd love to have you here. So I'll see you guys later on today in about probably in about 5 hours. See you then.